and people looking at me like, why do you want to know about my life?
A robot takeover, exciting or terrifying?
It will be exciting. Robots are not smart. Machines are not gonna take control over the world. Machines break super easily. So then I thought like, okay, KTU doesn't have a Formula student team. We should try to make it happen there. Participate in as many activities as possible.
Best Lithuanian word?
Šaltibarščiai.
I would give you a maybe 7 over 10.
What? Is it graded?
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of CampusVerse at KTU, where we get to talk to students and see how they benefited from the academic environment and also professional wise as well. I am Oluwole Adesina, and I'm currently a master's student of public policy and security. I've been here for quite some time, and with me here we have someone who's come all the way from Ecuador, all the way around, and we're so curious to really get to know more about him. Here we have Martin Gomez.
Thank you for inviting me here.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to see you again.
It's a pleasure, man. Like, it's really nice to be here.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, just briefly, like, just anything. How is your mood today? How do you feel?
Well, what can I say? Today it's a rainy day.
Yeah.
As I was saying beforehand, I came by scooter. My scooter sadly broke today.
Sorry about that.
So all the dirt was splashing back to me. A bit unlucky, a bit unfortunate, but all right. I'm pretty excited about this, like having this opportunity to talk about from my experience here and my professional experience, and I really hope it might help some other students.
For sure. I'm very confident about that. So yes, we'll definitely delve into all these topics. But the first thing, I think we'll just circle back to the cliche question. So why Lithuania, and specifically why KTU?
I wanted to study abroad because I was seeing the curriculums outside and the level of education, and I thought like it's my opportunity to get to improve outside and find new opportunities. And after some digging, after some applications, I found KTU. Fun story, a friend of mine applied here, he got accepted, and then he told me, let's go there, we can rent an apartment, live together. But at the end of the day, he backed up, like he backed out,
Cool
and I came by myself. So it was a fun story. Actually, beforehand, I didn't even have an idea of what Lithuania was. But then, like, being back at home, I started like investigating about it, reading about it. Interesting fact, like, I've never known any other country that had 2 independence days.
What shocked you most? Because, as foreigners, we come in with different expectations, different backgrounds, different orientations, and we just come in, and then, of course, what is that thing? The European culture? Is it the warmer clothes? What shocked you the most?
For me, when I came, like, I was completely shocked, especially with Lithuania. First of all, cold weather. The second of all, I arrived in a really bad time. Like, I arrived during COVID, so everything was closed. Plus, I would say the culture-wise, there's a big difference. The Ecuadorian culture, it's really open-minded. Like, people are really welcoming to others. You might walk on the street and just see people walking around and they saying like, good morning, how are you doing? And talking to you. And apparently here in Lithuania, I mean, I'm not generalizing. It does happen sometimes. It's not that common. Some people, they feel uncomfortable when that happens. So for me, that was a big shock, going to stores and trying to make short talks and people looking at me like, why do you want to know about my life?
Talking about adaptation and, culture shocks. So yeah, you've been in Kaunas for like 5 years plus?
5 years.
It's a long time.
Around five years.
Yeah, and so how would you describe your relationship with Kaunas at the moment, so far so good? Like, how do you see Kaunas, like your relationship, basically, your impressions? And
So I was walking around a lot through Kaunas. Something I really love about Kaunas is the graffiti art. Like, there's graffiti art everywhere. And the security level. That's something that completely changed the game for me. I found myself in this situation, like, okay, I'm outside, it's already late, I have to go inside. They were like, no, no, like chill, like nothing is gonna go wrong. Like the worst thing that can happen if you go at 2 a.m. outside is you might meet a new friend.
You started with your bachelor's, and then you started with mechatronics, right?
Yes, I
there was a
did.
switch along the line.
Yes,
Yeah, so
there
like,
was.
could you just like what did you switch to, and how did it go? Like what happened, why, and then.
For sure. Like 2 years before graduating, I already knew what career I wanted to study, and it was mechatronics. When I came here, I didn't had a clue of how universities work in the first place. Like the education in high schools, it's completely different from universities in the sense of the independent work that you have to do. The mechatronics program was under the mechanical faculty. And my biggest interest when I came here was learning to program and learning about control systems for robots and to be able to control them, to make them smart. At some point during the mechatronics program, I realized I was not learning anything related to programming. The most closely related thing I learned was MATLAB, how to use MATLAB, but it was just for small calculations. It was like a very fancy computer calculator. I choose a career, I should not change it for anything, for any reason. And at some point I realized that that was what I had to do. Of course, I was really scared about it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I was really panicking a lot, and something that really helped me out was just going through the list of classes I was gonna have, because I realized that all of them sounded really interesting to me, and all of that like just burst my motivation.
For yourself, like, what do you see? Is there anything fascinating or anything scary about these innovations, like with robotics, with AI as well? Like, what do you see? Anything fascinates you, or is there anything you feel like we need to watch out for this going forward?
Well, that's a good one. I really want to break this myth. Everybody thinks robots are intelligent. They are gonna attack us at some point, take control over us. And this is something that all my professors, like every single professor, was making emphasis on. Robots are not smart. Artificial intelligence is not, it's not intelligence. It's just, actually, now they want to call it computational intelligence, because it's the computer processing a lot of data, a lot of information to actually predict something that might happen. If you ask me personally, I can tell you machines are not gonna take control over the world. Machines break super easily. They're really delicate. Electronics especially, they break super fast. It breaks. There's oxidation, there's degradation, like erosion, that fully damage the components after some time. Come on, like I'm pretty sure you have seen these simulations. What would happen if humans disappear from the Earth? All the nature takes over the everything that's built by humans. Like the cars start to get rotten, the tires they get damaged. So I would say robotics and AI, it's really speeding up the development process of the world, but they are not meant to last. They are not gonna fully replace humans. They are gonna replace repetitive tasks and maybe more complex tasks. But at the end of the day, even like implementing like these AIs will bring new jobs into the market. So it's not something to worry about. I would suggest to anybody that wants to learn about AI and they feel that it can improve their workflow, to learn as much as they can about it. Because there are many tools right now, many tools that if you start learning them now, you can get ahead of others.
I mean, one thing that's very intriguing is what I discovered about you, and like, you probably talk more about this, about a Formula One student. It's like, how did that happen? Like, yeah, like I'm so intrigued.
Formula student cars are cars very similar to the Formula One cars, with the technologies that are involved in Formula One, but they are built by students. And they race and compete against other universities. So then I thought like, okay, KTU doesn't have a Formula student team. Like they have so many student organizations, but they don't have this organization. And I was discussing with my friend, we should try to make it happen there. And then I thought it will be a really good opportunity for students, and it will be really beneficial for me to get to work with others on cool projects. At the end of the day, we had to present our student organization at a student committee. There was somebody in the international office that was helping us out, like on guiding us on how you should do everything. And I just remember she told us, okay, we're gonna publish this in the KTU webpage. After it was published, we got like 40 persons immediately applying to be part of the student organization. We booked immediately a room here in the library, I remember, and it was too small. Even more people than we expected came. And now they are doing really, really well. Like KTU now has this team called Perkūnas racing. Yeah, so I'm really proud about it. I'm really proud I contributed in some way to the student community. And not only that, it's one of the first student organizations that happens mostly in English. So I'm really happy about that.
That's very impressive.
I'm not a fan of Formula One, but I'm a fan of all the technologies that are involved.
So I'm going to ask you some questions. There's a quick fire round. So you have like 3 seconds to actually answer them.
Okay.
Like, I mean, it doesn't give you so much space to think, but like just anything that comes to your mind.
3 seconds.
Yeah, 3 seconds. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so the first one I have here is a robot takeover. A robot takeover, exciting or terrifying?
It will be exciting.
Exciting, okay. Yeah. What is one robot stereotype that annoys you the most?
Definitely AI thinks that robots are smart.
Okay, robots or race cars?
Robots.
Robots, okay. So if you had a car, if your car had a personality, what would it be?
It'll be like, have you seen Transformers?
Yeah.
It'll be like Bumblebee.
Okay. Kaunas or Vilnius?
Kaunas, definitely.
Okay. Best Lithuanian word?
Šaltibarščiai.
F1 or BMX racing?
BMX racing.
BMX racing.
BMX racing.
Yeah. For that. And the last question, piano lessons or volunteering?
Volunteering.
Volunteering. Okay, altruistic.
Yeah.
All right, so
Thank
that's
you.
the end. Yeah. I would give you a maybe 7 over 10. I'm just joking.
Well, what? Is it graded?
Yeah, just in my head. So yeah, so we're coming to the end, and just to close, just what would be your honest pitch for KTU? I mean, different factors, like if you could go back in time, come back, what would you say to yourself? And honest pitch, like what KTU is.
Something I would say, not just in my case, but for everybody that might be looking, try to participate in as many activities as possible, and don't be scared of failing. Like, yes, the university is based on how much do you get on each class, but if you don't try, if you don't switch into different areas, you don't get to know what you like and what you will be willing to do for the rest of your life. So that's my piece of advice to everybody. And I think KTU, it's a really, really nice place to do this. It has a lot of labs and buildings and practical experience. So get it in as many activities as possible.
Yeah, get in as many activities as possible. Very, very important. Thank you, Martin, so much for this talk. Has been really enriching, insightful. It's not my field, but like I feel like this was actually a lecture to be able to understand more about the inner workings about robotics, and also seeing your journey about Formula One, for example. I think it's a very good example, and for a template for people who actually think about startups for themselves. So thank you so much.
No,
and,
thank you,
and
Wole.
I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Thank you to the Ambassadors team for having me here.